When a camera caught Tylor Chase sleeping on the streets of California, wearing tattered clothes, fans were shocked. This wasn't just another viral homelessness clip, because the man lying on the sidewalk was once a familiar face from childhood television. Tylor Chase, the same actor who played Martin Qwerly on Nickelodeon's Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. What happened next exposed a reality about money, mental health, and child stardom that most people never want to talk about. And the truth behind his situation turned out to be far more complicated than anyone expected. The videos started appearing online only months ago, short clips filmed on phones, spreading rapidly across social media. There he was, Tylor Chase, now unrecognizable, living on the streets of Riverside and Los Angeles. The contrast was unsettling. On the show, he played the fast-talking, high-energy problem solver, but the man in these clips looked worn down, older than his 36 years, dressed in ripped jeans and a faded shirt. When someone finally asked him if he was really the actor from that Nickelodeon show, he didn't deny it. He quietly confirmed it. And that single moment sent shockwaves across the internet. Fans who grew up watching Ned's Declassified between 2004 and 2007 couldn't believe what they were seeing. Comments poured in expressing heartbreak, disbelief, and anger. People kept asking the same question: how does someone go from television fame to sleeping on sidewalks? And soon, that question became sharper. What does the entertainment industry do to these kids? But then the story took an unexpected turn. An influencer named Sitley Wilson, known online as Let Ali, had actually met Tylor months earlier in Los Angeles. She filmed the encounter. That video exploded, reaching nearly 4 million views. People didn't just react, they demanded action. So Wilson decided to start a GoFundMe campaign to help Tylor get back on his feet. The goals sounded simple: housing, food, basic necessities, a fresh start. Donations poured in quickly, raising over $1,200. Wilson documented everything. She bought Tylor clothes. She bought him the Doc Martens boots he specifically asked for. In one emotional moment, she even washed his hair on the sidewalk using bottled water. When Tylor received the clothes, he appeared genuinely grateful. He thanked her repeatedly, saying how beautiful everything was. Supporters praised Wilson for bringing dignity to someone clearly struggling. But then something happened that nobody saw coming. The GoFundMe was suddenly shut down. The fundraiser that promised housing and long-term help had delivered a viral makeover instead, and people began to ask uncomfortable questions. Had money meant for stability been used for content? Was this help or performance? Then came the real bombshell. Wilson revealed that someone close to Tylor had contacted her privately. The message was blunt. Tylor does not need money. He needs medical attention. He refuses help. He cannot manage money or medication on his own. According to Wilson, that message came from Tylor's own mother. And suddenly, the entire narrative changed. This was no longer just a story about homelessness. It was about mental health. Years earlier, Tylor had openly spoken about struggling with bipolar disorder. A resurfaced video from 2015 showed him performing poetry about his pain, about empty rooms, about losing attention, about feeling forgotten after the applause stopped. For child actors, the transition into adulthood can be brutal. Fame becomes identity, validation becomes oxygen, and when the roles disappear, everything collapses. For Tylor, the loss of his career collided with untreated or inconsistently treated mental illness. Money alone could never fix that. Even people who loved him knew it. When news of his situation reached his former Ned's Declassified co-stars, they addressed it publicly. Daniel Curtis Lee described Tylor as a dear friend. He admitted feeling angry when he saw the videos. Angry that someone was filming Tylor at his lowest point. Helpless because he didn't know how to truly help. And that reaction revealed something important. Even those closest to Tylor don't have easy answers, because this problem is bigger than one person. It's systemic. We've seen this pattern again and again with child stars. Young performers are placed in adult environments before they're emotionally ready. They face pressure, scrutiny, and success while their brains are still developing. Then the show ends. The cameras stop, and the support disappears. Residual checks from shows like Ned's Declassified are small. They are not life-changing. They do not guarantee housing or stability. There is no mandatory mental health care, no financial literacy training, no transition planning for life after fame. Once a child stops being profitable, the industry moves on. Add mental illness into that equation, and the outcome can be devastating. The public reaction to Tylor's story has been divided. Some argue that without viral videos, no one would have known or tried to help. Others feel deeply uncomfortable watching his vulnerability turned into content. The sidewalk footage, the hair washing, the charity moments filmed for millions to consume. It raises an uncomfortable question. Where is the line between awareness and exploitation? As of December, Tylor Chase was still living on the streets, despite the attention, despite the fundraising, despite concern from former co-stars. Nothing fundamentally changed. His mother's warning proved painfully accurate. This situation requires professional, long-term intervention, mental health treatment, medication management, supportive housing, a structured care plan. There is no viral shortcut to recovery, and there is no clean ending to this story. No redemption montage, no guaranteed comeback. Tylor Chase's story forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. What do we owe the people who entertained us as children? Why does help only arrive when suffering goes viral? And how many familiar faces from our childhood screens are struggling silently right now? This isn't just about Tylor. It's about a system that creates success early and abandons people later. His story is still unfolding, not on television screens, but on the streets of California. And until mental health, child labor protections, and long-term support are taken seriously, stories like this will continue to repeat. Because fame is fragile, but the cost of losing it can be permanent.